see this little house right here behind us? The one that everybody just keeps walking by? There's something about it. What up, what up? Crypto 38 Urban Tours. Happy 4th of July. So I got another nice one for you. So right now, I'm standing in front of a window that for the last 30 minutes, at least 100 people just walked by and didn't even realize what's right here. Today is July 4th, Independence Day. This window behind me is one of the few remaining relics from 1776. As you can see, it's a prison window. This remnant that you see behind me is actually a real piece that belonged to the sugar house, and they used to keep the rebels in there in the sugar house, because the sugar house, remember, was used by the slaves to make sugar. And then later on during the war in 1776, they needed more space. The British, because the rebels were fighting back, so they would take the rebels and stick them in the sugar house. This window that you see behind us was from one of those sugar houses. Now there's debate whether this particular sugar house where the window comes from actually held rebels, whereas the other prison houses are verified to have held rebels. What I want to say is the rebels that were held behind this prison window were what we today call the Americans. This is where they will hold the Americans. I did 12 years in prison. I know what prison abuse feels like under the hands of correctional officers. Back in their time, it was way worse than what I went through, even though I went through some shit. And they would go through the same thing. Today it's the same thing. But this is where they would put the rebels, the revolutionaries. That's why you see the flash.